There are two types of people, huntresses and farmers. Huntresses don't care for freebies, they hate opting into email automations, they loathe having to fill out a long giant application form, they despise sales calls, they don't like any block that stops them from just paying and investing in someone that they are already sold on. If you identify as a huntress, you have to stop selling like a farmer. And what do I mean by this? So I'm going to break down the characteristics of both huntresses and farmers. Huntresses invest from desire and possibility. What will I gain? Their ideation, creation, and execution is instant. It's fast. They don't need a security blanket to take risks and to bet on themselves. They don't care for and they do not like reading long-ass sales pages. They don't need guarantees. They don't need hand-holding or convincing. They already know that they are the guarantee, that they create results. Their own self-belief and vision is all that is needed. They invented self-leadership. They let up from energy, potency, and activation. The minute they know, they move fast. Hence why they hate any blockage when it comes to investing in anyone. They don't need to be sold on a sales call. Just tell me the price, give me the checkout link, and I'm good to go. In fact, any sort of blockage or long application process or proving energy repels them. In their heads, they are thinking, why are you trying to convince me and ask me a bunch of questions, asking me from 1 to 10, how motivated am I, how serious am I, or have me read 10 automated emails before giving me the link to purchase. And by then, I've already found another coach, binged their content, and paid in full. And the characteristics of a farmer? They invest to overcome suffering and pain. How much money will I lose to invest? They take their time to process, plan, and create. They take meticulous and calculated risks, and they will stew on big decisions and think of every single variable, reading every single detail of a sales page, the modules, the trainings, the testimonials. They make sure there is a refund policy, there is a guaranteed result stamp. They require a lot of support, validation, accountability, step-by-step instructions. They need to see scientific evidence, studies, proven strategy. So the world is made up of 90% farmers and 10% huntresses, and both are required to make the world go round, and one isn't better than the other. Both have their pros and cons. And as a coach, you need to be able to identify which one you are and market your offers accordingly. As farmer coaches, it is harder to sell to huntresses as they require incredible expansion and activation, which isn't their strong suit. Farmers are used to predictable and calculated results. Therefore, will teach mostly from this belief and this nervous system capacity. As huntresses, if you want to sell to other huntresses, you have to stop selling like farmers. Stop including money-back guarantees, using hand-holding terminology, and marketing through pain points than desire. You have to stop writing detailed and long sell pages that go on and on and on. We all know what these look like, providing a bunch of freebies and lead magnets. This will immediately repel huntresses, but these are actually great for farmer clients. Huntresses value their time and energy, and that is how and why they move fast. They don't need to ask a gazillion questions before they buy. They buy instantly. They don't need to hop on a call or a long application process, convincing or any hand holding. They want to pay in full for your high investment containers, then waste time on a freebie. And as a huntress myself, I only want to attract other huntresses into my offers because they can relate to me and vice versa. I go fast and they can go fast with me. And it's important to be aware that huntresses and farmers will show up to containers differently, the questions that they ask and the level of support that they require. Huntresses will seek activation to their own power, whereas farmers will seek guidance from you to give them step-by-step solutions. I'm going to say it again because there's a huge difference here. Huntresses will seek activation to their own power, whereas farmers will seek guidance from you to give them step-by-step solutions. So the question is, are you a huntress but I've been marketing like a farmer. And most likely, like me in the past, you've learned from coaches that use a lot of free lead magnets, long application processes, sales calls, and you learn over time that this is the way to build your business, to sign clients, to get paid. If you don't buy this way, why would you sell this way? It doesn't make sense. Sell like how you would buy. I personally buy from activation, from energy, not from quantity, not from freebies. So I'm going to break down the process. I watch their content. I'm like, holy shit, this is mic drop. Changed my life. I love their analogies, how they spoke. I feel so seen. I get her and she gets me. We move fast together. The way we think is so on par. I want to learn from her. And in their video, their piece of content, they mention the name of their offer. And they will link their offer in their description box, whether it's on YouTube. They have a CTA of how I can join their program. And the link goes straight to their checkout page where I can clearly see how much it is and I can enroll right away. This is how I like to buy and how a lot of other huntresses like to buy as well. I don't like weird, mysterious ways where I have to be an hours-long call, right? Sign up to an email wait list, back-to-back automations, or have to fill out a 15, 20, 30 question application form. So if you can relate to this and you are a huntress as well, make your business easy. Have clear links to your offers that lead your audience straight to the sales page with the checkout link. Start focusing your time on creating a ton of lead magnets, having your potential clients hop on a clarity call with you, or build a long-ass cold to hot email automation. And let me ask you ladies, why do you feel your YouTube content, your videos, or your Instagram posts, your reels, your carousels, whatever type of content that you create, why don't you think that is enough? Why do you think that is not enough for your potential client to go straight into paying you? You are creating so many hoops for your audience to have to jump through before investing in you and before money lands into your lap. And if you're a huntress like me and you don't buy your investments that way, you need to stop selling that way. Because number one, I know you hate creating them. You hate doing lead magnets. You hate offering freebies. You loathe tech and setting up 10 back-to-back email automations. This is slow energy to you. Right? It's taking too long. You move fast and you don't see why money has to wait. Money has to sit, or money needs to be convinced. And number two, focus your time on embodiment, on activation, on nourishing your energy so your content is freaking fire. It's mic drop, which ladies, if you don't know by now, is literally the most important thing in business. Your content. And in order to create world-shattering content, your state of being, your whole being needs to be alive. And your audience can tell by how you speak, how you show up on camera, how you articulate your words. If you are on fire, if you are alive. So many people focus on all these email campaigns, funnels, application processes, sales calls, but you won't make a dime if you do not hone in on creating activating and potent AF content. You need to light a fire underneath your audience's ass. You need to be magnetically polarizing. You want your videos to be mic drop, to completely revolutionize how they think, move, act after watching your video. After you give phenomenal value in your content, in your videos, you talk about your offer, right? You CTA, you call to action to your description box. They click the link in the description box and this is how they buy. This type of energy is rare. It is fiery, it is magnetic. It gets people to step into their power. And this is why people find me. They binge on my content and they buy. Not only that, they tell all their friends. This is the magnetic energy I help you ladies harness inside my Get Paid to Exist course. All the sales I've ever made across 3+ online businesses have just been from my content alone. I don't do ads. I don't do pre-written back-to-back email automations. I don't do any freebies at all or lead magnets. All the links to enroll into my offers are always in my description box or the link in my bio on my Instagram, and people just buy. Learn how to embody magnetic energy in your own life so that every single piece of content that you post, every single offer that you drop, that you release is fused with this energy. And this is how you draw people in. They invest in you fast at lightning speed. When you move fast with confidence, certainty, conviction, without any of those blockages, without any noise, the world will reflect these movements and this frequency back to you. I don't ever hide my prices, have my audience hop on a sales call before I disclose the investment. They know upfront, because there's one type of client that I work with, and that is other huntresses. Women who move fast, who trust their gut, who trust their instincts and the connection they feel when they watch my videos. And this type of client does not care about my freebies. They want the good stuff and they want to pay for it right away and right now. There's less than 3 days to enroll inside of Get Paid to Exist at pre-sale before it goes up to early bird after May the 5th. Link to enroll is down below, together with Rich Girl and the Modern Aphrodite, which are both open for enrollment at pre-sale. Hope you ladies have the most wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video.